Hey, YouTube. So, before we start, I just want you to take a minute to appreciate the fact that I am vlogging literally minutes within walking into my door because I wanted to make sure that we had sufficient daylight so that you don't have to deal with me being all dark and everything like I have been. But if I don't make sense, that's why. Today, once again, was Wednesday, my long day. And while today wasn't quite as terrible, it didn't feel as long as it has in the past. Today was just kind of a difficult day all around because I had work. And I love my job now, don't get me wrong. But, little kids all day long, it gets rough. So I got a couple of questions that were cool. But one quick thing. Um, Never mind. I don't know. So Tekla is asking how common is the portrayal of sex and violence in the media. And she's talking about, she's German, so she's talking about, restrictions on violence, but in America, people are more concerned about sexuality and things like that. So what's it like in Korea in movies, commercials, etc.? Honestly, I've kind of kept up the practice of not watching TV while I've been here. I want to start, which is weird for me. I've totally, the entire time I've been an independent adult in the United States, I haven't owned my own TV. When I lived in Kent, I didn't have a TV. When I lived at home with my grandpa, we had a TV in the house, but I watched it maybe once every 6 months. When I want to watch something, I watch it on my computer. And as a result, everything that I watch is like movies or TV shows that have been on TV in the past but aren't current. Commercials, the only commercials that I really get are off of YouTube. So, yeah. I can talk about in general, though, just not with commercials and TV. So basically, I mean, they're a pretty not very risque culture here as far as sexuality goes. It's a lot like America in that way, but actually more so. For example, I have yet to find a Korean drama where they kiss on screen, which, as I'm pretty sure everybody watching this knows, is pretty standard for America. I'm sure there are some out there, maybe some newer ones where they're doing that, but I haven't seen it. It's not common. The commercials that I've seen that kind of touch on this, my favorite is probably this McDonald's commercial that I keep seeing. And yes, it's a McDonald's commercial, American company in Korea. And it's a cute commercial, but I laugh at it every time I see it because I have no idea at this point what they're saying. But it's like a couple, a little boy, a boy and a girl are sitting in a McDonald's and they're eating. And there's talking, there's a voice overlay, and like the girl looks up and she's got something on her chin, and the boy reaches over and kind of schmutches it off and goes, oh, and she goes, like that, and then it's like, do 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 do. So I'm assuming from the visualizations that McDonald's is being like, come here on your date, we're nice, and you can be all romantic in our restaurant. But like I said, I have no idea what they're actually saying. I haven't seen a lot of violence anywhere. Honestly, I feel safer here than I did living in Jamestown, Ohio, population, 2,000. There's just none. 10:30 at night, I think I've talked about before, 10:30 at night, there are still little kids playing outside in the park, and there are no parents to be seen. So it's just different in that regard. But once I start watching TV, I'll get you some more information on that. I'm sorry, I just don't have anything at this point. Leo asked, could you talk about unique and interesting ways of food preparation or basic recipes that you've encountered thus far? I think Leo likes the food that I've been posting, the descriptions and things. The big thing with Korean food that I've encountered so far is that a lot of what I've been eating in restaurants, which like galbi and shabu and those kinds of things, it's very much you make it. They bring you the ingredients and you make it on the grill there in front of you. there are differences. One thing that Kristen and I keep eating, we have no idea what it is, but it's delicious. It's basically like a stew. It's got like some kind of potato and onions and like shellfish and tofu in like a broth in a bowl, and it's delicious, but I have no idea what it is. Big things that they use here in cooking, the red chili paste. When you go to the grocery store, you see like gallon jugs of this thing. Like there's an entire row in the grocery store of red chili paste, and it's all in these like containers. Like the smallest you can buy is like this, and it's like, you know, because it's in basically everything. I actually just tried duck for the first time about 15 minutes ago. A bunch of the Korean teachers at school had ordered some, and they were like, Cassie, come try, come try. And so I was like, okay. Oh, it was really good. It was smoked duck, and it actually tasted a lot like ham to me, but it was good. It was really, really good. There's a lot more. They're a lot more creative about the ways that they prepare raw vegetables here than we are in the U.S. I was telling the teachers at school, like at least where I am in Midwest Ohio, raw vegetables is a salad or a snack. You can eat carrots by themselves with like ranch dressing. That's fine. And then you have salad, and salad is always, not always, but lettuce based with some other assorted vegetables or something on top, and then a dressing. But and obviously then you have like potato salad where the potatoes are cooked, or egg salad, and I don't even know what's in that, but I'm lying. I make that. But back to the story. Raw vegetables. There's a lot of opportunities for raw vegetables here. They don't necessarily cook a lot of their vegetables. And the reason we got on this was there's some kind of vegetable that they were eating. I have no idea what it was. It looked like green onions, but it didn't taste like that at all. They didn't even know what it was called in English, but it was good. And all it was they had chopped it up with some like red chili, not paste, but seed substance and oil, and then I think there was garlic in it, and they were just eating it, and it was good. So lot more veggies here, which I am a big fan of. Thank you, Korea. This video is getting really long. Before I go, Kristen and I rode the bus for the first time yesterday, and wow, was that an experience. I'm trying to get her to agree to like come on here and talk with me about some stuff, because I feel like these are getting boring. But she's very camera shy. So what everybody should do is post a lot of comments on here. Everybody that watched this, if you're watching this right now, post a comment saying that you want to see Kristen, because what I'm planning to do is just show her all of those comments and kind of demand that she make an appearance, okay? So that's all for today, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!